is billed as the ultimate sports podcast.
I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
Everybody has been waiting.
I'm God gifted.
He's a bull. I'm a matador.
This is the Weekend Guy Podcast, and it begins now.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the show, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Weekend Guy Podcast with Sihle, guys. It's another one, it's another week, it's another episode coming from an epic weekend for African football, mate.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to our new viewers, our subscribers. Like and subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. But man, it's good to be back, and it's been a very good week.
Very good weekend for you, especially for your Man U fans.
Exactly.
You're on your run now. You're on your run, but we'll come back to that.
But we'll start in the African continent.
Yeah,
it's been a very good week. What a tournament.
What a well-organized tournament.
Yes,
to start there.
yes, we must give props to the Ivory Coast and CAF.
The grounds look better than the actual country.
Listen,
when you're in the stadium compared to what's outside the stadium, Jesus Christ, no.
Two different worlds.
Yeah.
But from a viewing perspective, it was
10 out
brilliant.
of 10.
Yes,
10 out of 10.
I was happy,
Yeah.
And look, CAF is heading in the right direction under Petrus Motsepe.
He's pushing hard though.
He's
Going in. I think there was a strict instruction that, guys, the stadiums must be European level.
Yeah.
We don't care what happens outside. What you guys look like, we'll improve later. Make sure when people are inside the stadium, the rest of the world is seeing top-notch facilities there.
Exactly, and I think it's highlighted there was a press conference that they held speaking about the facts of the tournament and the success of it. And he mentioned they had about 2 billion viewers throughout Afcon, and I'm like, that is amazing.
And it looked proper on TV as well. It looked clean. The pitch was on point.
Yes.
No complaints. VAR on point. I mean,
listen.
VAR for the first time, everyone around the world is actually applauding us.
Yes.
Applauding Africa for actually what they did with
We
VAR.
set the standard. Set the standard. And, it'd be interesting if we had to look back in history. Where has African football been the torchbearer of something?
Yes, definitely.
We were always catching up. So for the fact that we've got VAR so spot on was beautiful to watch. And we had like-for-like comparison because we'd watch Afcon and then we'd watch European football and especially EPL, for example.
Yeah.
And you'd see how complicated
They
EPL
made the whole entire
is.
process.
Yes. It was such a pleasure to see it during
in Ivory
Afcon.
Coast, bruh. An interesting observation I came out of from the tournament was that people didn't go to Ivory Coast with the mentality of I'm going to a fourth world country, because essentially it is a fourth world country.
Yeah, they just come out of a war.
Yeah, they're like, but yes, you see the different South African celebrities on going to watch the third place playoffs of the semi-finals. You see, I think Robert Marawa highlighted it best. That on the road to the stadium, god damn it, it looked like we were in the middle of some other place, eh?
Look, I think as a South African, we will always talk from a point of privilege.
Yeah.
Basic infrastructure in Africa is
roads,
not,
bruh.
Yeah, is not a norm. So we are very privileged, and for me, that also highlights what an achievement this tournament is, given the fact that the basic infrastructure normally throughout the country isn't this good. And at the end of the day, I always say this: TIA, man. Yeah. This is Africa. This is Africa. So if you're expecting a smooth ride from the beginning to the end, you're in the wrong place.
But I feel like for future, if we can maintain this level, even the Ivory Coast will improve at some point.
Yes.
We're not going to be third world, fourth. I think the fifth world or something. Third world, fifth world, fifth world country. I don't know, but I feel like there will be improvements based on what they've seen on the tournament.
Yes.
So they've seen a level, but okay, we can excel at soccer at stadiums. I mean, have this type of infrastructure at a world equivalent level, basically. How about we do the same now for the roads leading up to the stadium? In like internal growth, small things.
True. But I think more than anything else, it will take the will of the leaders, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I'm looking at it in a broader perspective that the better the quality of tournament we host, right? the better the infrastructure will be throughout Africa. But also, sorry, it'll force countries, to step their game up when they
Hosting.
are bidding to
They want
host
to bid,
Afcon.
and even if the minnows beat like Angolas and stuff, they will get the CAF benefit, the money of building the stadiums. So they will want to bid for the tournament now because they've seen what Ivory Coast has been able to
Yes.
do. With the support of CAF, of course.
Yeah.
But the stadiums look proper. I mean, imagine now the football in thingy.
Yeah, they're gonna
in Ivory
benefit.
Coast. They're
They're
gonna be playing in nice stadiums going forward.
Indeed.
Even if they don't maintain it, but it's still gonna be there.
I think they will.
They will maintain it. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Look,
That's
more than anything else, it's just the legacy of hosting big tournaments.
Yeah,
the pride
yes.
continues.
Because now you've got
And
a
for
notch
the
under your belt now.
And yeah, for the fact that they won, it also emphasizes more how much of a historical moment it is for them. But
I sat here.
Yeah.
I sat to my office and I was thinking. I think the match was an hour before the match started. Something said to me, "Put 500 rand on Ivory Coast."
Nice.
Like in my mind, something said to me, "Put 500 rand."
Money back.
No, I didn't.
You did. Oh, this guy.
I didn't execute, bro. Like I didn't. You know me and gambling, I'm very much conservative. But something said put 500 on Ivory Coast, man. Like literally, it came to me like put 500 or whatever.
Listen to that little voice.
Bruh, I should have, because I could have gotten on my betting provider and then put the money there because I felt deep down in my mind that those guys would win the tournament. Nigeria, bruh. And then I watched the pre-match build-up.
Yes.
Because I got cut off by load shedding at 10.
Oh,
So I couldn't see the game.
Sauda.
Yeah.
Sauda.
So now, I'm watching the pre-match build-up. So remember, SuperSport is also in Nigeria.
Yes.
So they keep on switching to, like, the whole build-up is so biased. It's all Nigerians.
Okay,
There's zero
okay.
Ivory Coast.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, Nigerians are so confident. I know they're going to win the tournament.
They
blah, blah,
were
blah.
super arrogant.
Yeah,
building up
like,
to the
very
final.
arrogant. They're going to win.
No.
They're going to win. I'm like, no, man. Like, I'm sitting. I'm like, nah, man. Someone put money on Ivory Coast. 500 bucks. And plus they're the underdogs. They were the underdogs. So I could have made a lot of money there.
Yeah.
Next time I'm listening to my voice, I'm putting money
That
on
little
people.
voice.
Yeah, that little voice, mate. That little voice.
Yeah, because a homie of mine had the same little voice talking to him against Bafana in Morocco.
Yeah.
And he walked away with a couple of bands after backing Bafana.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. What did you think, though, of Ivory Coast winning and beating Nigeria?
No, for me, it felt obvious because I did watch the game the next day.
Yeah.
That Ivory Coast were on some sick momentum.
Yes.
That coach did something. Those guys. The coach who took over from the other one when they fired the other one.
Oh, he resigned.
He
resigned, yeah.
Oh, he wasn't fired.
He wasn't fired.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't fired.
So
he
he was
on
stupid.
his own
Imagine,
accord.
he was stupid.
Imagine. you
So
give up on your team.
what transpired is, hey, that boy is elite though. That Dortmund boy, the one the
Hala.
striker.
Sebastian Hala.
He's elite.
Yeah, and shout out to him. He comes from
cancer.
testicular cancer. So
Yeah, I remember seeing that and my heart broke when the first diagnosed. I was like, fuck, this is
But
bad.
also, I think to add on top of your compliment of him being a beast, it is such a refreshing story to see world-class talents who could have chosen to play for a European team choose their African team, right?
Yeah, he chose. Yeah.
And succeed.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
for
a
me,
beast.
it's heading in the right direction with Afcon being more successful in getting a higher profile. It increases the attractiveness of African teams, you know, because there are many players who sit and hope to play for the European teams.
And then it never comes
yeah,
through.
it never comes through, or they get a cap or two and they're really not that appreciated compared to if they came back home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, shout out to Hala, and he rocked up. He's
That
clutch.
was an elite finish though.
Yo,
What a touch.
Yo.
That's what you call a deft touch.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
he just touched with the front of his boot, like,
'Cause
the bottom of his toes. Like
I
just
was
a
looking
touch.
at the Nigerian defender, the captain, right?
Yeah.
He was just trying to block it with his chest.
Yeah.
Because he thought, no, this man is never getting to this
Yeah.
ball.
And then he just
And like you
stretched out.
saying, that
Damn.
deft touch. Oh,
Deft touch, bro. That was
beautiful,
proper. That's
beautiful,
class.
Beautiful.
That's proper
beautiful,
class.
Beautiful. But we're
Osman
happy for the
fading, though. We don't know.
Yeah, man. Look,
But he played his heart out though.
Yes,
But still, hey,
we
where
said,
is he?
we said this a couple of weeks ago about Afcon. It's the tournament of haters.
Yeah.
You want to see your ops suffer and fail.
Yeah.
So for Asiman not showing up, hey man.
But one thing about
boo-hoo.
him though, his attitude is top notch.
Yes.
He's top notch because remember the next step is World Cup qualifying.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me Nigeria won't be at the World Cup with that kind of attitude.
Hey.
Those guys are positive.
What do you mean? They're in the South African qualifying group, so yes,
Yeah,
they
they're
won't
with us.
be in
Yes,
the
they're
World
with
Cup.
us. It's gonna
They're
be
not
tough.
gonna be
But
in
you
the
don't
World
remember how
Cup.
many go through from the group?
I think it's one.
And we always get them. Some nonsense, bruh.
Listen, but
Like,
we
we
are
always
going.
get one elite team in our group.
We are going to the World
It's gonna
Cup.
be tough though. We need to improve though.
Yeah, but look, we've made progress. Shout out to Ronwen Williams again.
He's world class.
Yeah, man.
He's world class.
Did you watch the penalty shootout?
The one, the DRC one.
Yeah.
No, he's world class even in game
Man.
management, positioning, everything.
Man.
He should be in Europe, but he's too old, ne?
It's 32. 32.
It's
So
tough to
look,
sign a 32-year-old, but goalkeepers have got
Yes.
a long, but still, it's too late.
a lot of people are saying he must go to Europe, right? Me, I'm thinking, brother,
Why?
that Arab money, man. He must go down there.
Arab.
Get the bag.
Get the bag
You
in
know,
Arab,
preserve
man.
your
No
body
need to go to
also.
Europe, bro.
Yeah, because for me, it's about looking after your family, especially at that point in his career, right? That, look, even if we go by modern goalkeeper standards, right? He'll probably play up until he's 38.
Yeah.
So 6 years in Europe, the earning
Nah.
potential there versus going
to Saudi.
to the Arab
Go
nations.
get the bag. If
get the
Peter's
money.
a sign for a new team, should bring him over, man.
You know what I mean?
That guy's elite, though.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's
exactly.
a good. That's
Ronwen
like
is good.
that's a proper goalkeeper right there.
Yeah, that
he's-
Al Nassr and the boys with Ronaldo. The scouts must get that boy in.
Man, come get him because he's elite. Now that's an elite goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I mean, he commands 18 area. He knows when to take a risk. I think only had one mishap, which is only when he fumbled that DRC thing. That
Yeah,
goal. But otherwise,
yeah.
entire tournament has been flawless.
But also, with that fumble, in sports, certain things happen where you realize it is not your team's day.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
9 times out of 10, after that fumble, and that guy crossed it, right? DRC would have scored 9 times out of 10.
Of course, yeah.
9 times out of 10 they would have.
They would have
Because
scored,
they were all over Bafana.
They were, bro.
And there are signs that, look, when it's not your day, it's not your day.
I feel like with us, Bafana, the way we play, we become chased a lot. I don't know, it's the way we defend, but the teams get like on top of us, and it's like worrying.
I guess, look, what people mentioned also, right, was the lack of depth in terms of Bafana, right? And for me, it also then contributes to the style of play, as well as then it makes preparation for our opponents much easier because you can predict the starting 11.
Yes.
Right? So, for example, the front three will be Mahopa, Zwanes there, Dao, and in this game, Moren. So you can, just predict who's going to be the personnel and the type of play. So the more we improve our depth, then the element to change our approach comes. But I guess in the tournament, the guys stuck with what they knew and what Hugo Bruce could coach them in the short space.
The painful thing about this, we do have some players in Europe, but also are too old, huh?
But it's now for the next generation.
Yeah, but it's tough. We're not that deep in talent, though.
Yeah, not world class. Yeah.
Besides Sundowns.
So in terms of the guys who would come into the squad and I think make a difference would be Lebo Matiba, who plays in France, as well as Lyle Foster, right?
Okay.
And both of them change the dynamic going forward.
Yes, they do.
Right?
Pace.
Yeah, and also the style of play. But then I look at the middle and I think, okay, who is overseas based that didn't make the squad and then can change the way
dynamic
we play.
of the midfield.
You know what I mean? Because at the back, we're pretty much settled, so I wouldn't want to change that. But going forward, I don't see any current players who are based overseas changing the way we play.
Because Mokopa needed some help there.
Yes, because look, he
was useless. Remember I told you in the other... he was useless.
being a target man out our play comes a certain way, and this is
But
where
he
I
played
say,
well, though.
yeah, but this is where I say Motiba would
come in.
and make a difference because he knows how to play as a target man,
Yeah.
and he does it at an elite level.
Yeah.
But also his link up play is very good. So yeah, man, it'll be interesting come World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, pass it down and
how
needs
we
to
look.
needs to do more, man.
He had a disappointing tournament.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with him. Maybe he's tired.
Disappointing.
Maybe he's tired because
Disappointing.
Egyptian league is like high stakes there. Maybe he's tired.
But then again, we'll just write it off as a
Maybe it
bad
was the
tournament.
tactics didn't take over though.
Yeah.
Like we expected.
Look, as our poster boy, when we look at that Bafana team, you know, you would have expected him to put his hand up, but in the greater scheme of things, we came third.
And
so,
apparently Lyle
job
Foster is
well
being
done.
investigated for not pitching up, because he's been playing for his club.
Yeah, you see, but like we discussed in our previous podcast, for our listeners and subscribers, check our past podcast and the topic of Lyle Foster. It's
But
complicated.
got over the depression though.
Yeah.
But why play for your team when Afcon is ongoing, Brian? You're supposed to be our star player.
You see, and that's the question he must answer going
Because
forward.
there is going to be an investigation. Now we're looking at, okay, Afcon is passed. We need him for the World Cup. You need to commit to
is
your
he
country.
mentally
Bro.
ready for us?
He's playing, bro. What more do you want?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's got questions that he needs to answer because on the one hand, right, the argument can be he's playing in a comfortable environment that he is in on a day-to-day basis. National duty is taking him out of that comfort zone, and that can have an adverse effect on his mental health.
Yo, dude, patriotism.
Yeah.
If your mental health can work in Britain, it can come and work back home, dude. Now it's time to stop playing games. We want to get to. I mean, the World Cup is in USA, bruh. Imagine how nice.
Go there.
We want to go there, bruh.
We
want to go there. Want to enjoy. Like, want to see. Not just like go there, but want to watch the SA in
God
USA.
willingly, we will be there.
We'll go to New York for the final or something like that. Yeah.
Nah, for wherever Bafana is.
Yes. So I mean, we want the best for him. He needs to come back. Actually, coach needs to just add on now. Get whoever he thinks globally can make a contribution. Because now, just even if they're benching, coming on the second unit, because we lacked a proper second unit there.
True. But also, I think the benefit of Bafana being successful will definitely increase the competition in the PSL.
Of course.
Because now guys are going to fight for positions. You know, I'm hoping to get a positive response out of the Kaizer Chiefs players because it is a big indictment on such a big team.
We do have some
not
nice
to have
midfielders
one
there.
player
And do have
for
some
the
nice
team to be
strikers
so
there.
successful.
Yeah.
So the challenge has been put out there to the rest of the PSL to say, look, if you're good enough, Hugo Bruce will choose
We'll
you.
select you.
Yeah.
Super Sport, more players need to come in.
Kukune players were there.
Yeah.
So the guys can't be.
You can't say there's no
it's
excuse basically. No.
It's not.
Yeah.
If you're good enough, you'll be there and you'll be selected. So hopefully, with the PSL coming back, we will see guys beasting and putting their hand up.
And they're putting hand up for the World Cup at least. Some of the World Cup qualifying. And it's not about Bafana playing an expensive game. They're playing the passing game.
Yes, which was in our favor.
Almost
and
all
strength.
our teams because of the height thing.
Yeah,
and
true.
it comes back to that we can't play. Well, Umokopa gives us an option, but he's not strong enough. He's not elite in the air.
Yes.
So he's also a ball to foot striker.
He's an anomaly. So look, I think going forward for Bafana, I think if we can wrap it up for them, is we have to increase depth.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
And depth also then influences a second style of play. Which in some games when one tactic is not working,
you change.
And you've
the
got
players
the
come into the field, they can run like crazy.
Yeah.
Because if you have Lyle Foster starting and Mokopa benching, when he comes in, the whole thing changes.
Exactly.
The whole dynamic changes, you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
So, or it's vice versa.
True. And I think before we wrap up the Bafana topic, my question to you, are you proud of the boys and
of course.
their achievements?
Well done, man. I think, remember I said the quarters?
Yes.
They would be out. So they surprised many of us. I mean,
Yeah.
look, we have to have our own identity of play and trust in it. Like in the rugby when Nurasi took over with the high ball nonsense.
Yeah.
It's a style of play. It's a style of play which we need to trust in.
Yes.
If Bafana are gonna play that type of game, that's a slower version of Tiki-Taka, basically. That's a slower version of the Barcelona game or the Man City game, because remember
'cause
them.
we know how to play that build-up play.
Yeah, the build-up play. That's the slower version of Tiki-Taka. It's a bit slower than it would be, but obviously, if we go with that game plan to say, okay, I see why we're playing that game plan, because most of our players are short up front. I mean, except for Mokhopa, Zwana is short.
Look,
they're all short.
The average South African guy isn't that tall.
Yeah, they're not tall. So
even our
it's
professional soccer
Tiki-Taka.
players.
Yeah. So it's all about
translate.
recognizing that, say, okay, if we've got this type of players who can move the ball around, let's develop the whole game plan
Around
to
that.
say, okay, guys, we play Tiki-Taka. That's it. You come into the system, you pass the ball, Baba.
Yes.
You're composing the ball.
Touch and go.
Touch and go. Not even touch and go. Come to you, composure. Look up, relax on the ball, pass it. No need to rush. Do you see what I'm saying?
Agreed.
That's playing to your strengths. So if we can continue on this path, then other players will have the confidence to latch on to the current system, because they know if I'm at Skukune or I'm at what is that team?
Chipa United.
Chiba United. Since it's not such an expensive game plan, I can always fit in and I can excel in that game plan.
As long as I have
but
the
another
qualities.
player for me who bested was Sihle. That
Yes.
defensive mid. He grew into the tournament. Remember I said to you?
100%. So, just to touch on Sihle, right? For me, I think that's what we expected from Percy, right?
Yeah.
As the tournament goes,
he grows
get
into
better,
it.
Get
better.
You've adapted to the conditions. You're getting comfortable in your game, and
he
you are
just stood
putting
still,
your
paced it out,
yeah.
didn't
make
move on to the
progress.
next level.
But
Yeah.
yes, the focus is on Sihle. What a player!
No, he's proper.
What a player! What
So
a
he's
player!
playing second division in Portugal.
I don't think for long.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
he
think
can't
for
be.
long.
Can't be.
Yeah,
That wouldn't make sense though.
exactly. If the first division teams don't pick him up, someone else is.
Sundowns
But I'd like him to stay in Europe.
Really?
You know? Yeah. Go.
Yeah, but
Look,
he
he's
played
still
proper,
young enough, and
Yeah,
he's
he played
been
proper, he
that
was
side
nice,
for a while. So
Yeah.
he must flourish. He must
No,
flourish.
he was nice though. He came. Do you remember I was dissing him the first match? That was slow from the midfield. Hey, the guy came through.
And also maybe
he saw
it
the
was
podcast, we
nerves.
never
Yeah,
know.
you know.
Yeah.
The guys are like, hey man, take tips from the weekend guys. Actually.
Yeah. Nah, he was proper though. Kudos
Super
to him,
proud.
man. Kudos to him.
Super proud
Nah,
of
he did very
Bafana.
well.
They're coming back tomorrow, so I hope the public does pull up to the airport to show their support and love.
Yeah.
Because man, it feels good to have a successful soccer team again in South Africa. So
Look, even
hopefully
if you
it's a
don't win the
beginning.
tournament, at least just
Listen,
give a good account of yourself. Just what you want,
and,
you know.
and that has been the request from the South African public since day one.
Yeah.
You know, these guys have been fighting for the badge, and they are not there acting like it's a walkabout. You know,
Yep.
they are putting in the work and making us proud. You know,
hear you.
and like you're saying, put a good account of yourself.
That's
and
all you need.
that's it, man. The love that these boys are receiving is earned. Is earned, and we're super proud of them.
Yeah,
man.
definitely. Well
And
done.
just maybe to go a bit off ramp, it also kind of makes me sad,
Why?
right? That the last 15 years, we've had such talented players, right? And I wish those squads gave as much as the squad did, you know?
Yeah.
We shouldn't be celebrating or feeling like this every 20 years, you know? So hopefully the generations that are going to be inspired from this group, you know, carry on the torch, because, man, I go into the phase of what if,
Yeah.
you know? But not looking back for too long. We'll focus on the present and the future, and it's looking bright for Bafana.
Definitely. Guys, if you enjoy this content, guys, as you've heard it from the weekend, guys, we're super proud of our team. But give us a like, subscribe to the channel, guys. Share this content, guys. Comment down below. Tell us your views. We want to hear them. We want to see them. We want to read them. We will respond to you guys' comments.
How proud are you of Bafana, guys?
Yeah, man. I mean, after how many years, bro?
Hey.
20 years just making quarterfinal or something like that.
24.
All right, guys. On that note, see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.
Weekend Guy Sports presents a YouTube sports reaction series. 38 years, 38 moments. 1985. The War. Hagler versus Hearns.